Okay. So we're in 1.8, simplifying expressions. 6p plus 7p. All right, what's the deal? Just want to add them up. 6p and 7p? 13, is it p or is it p squared?
Square. No. P squared. Yeah, p squared because you got two p's.
Yeah, it's just.
No square.
You use them.
Why not? Well, what if I said I got 6 apples? P is just the type of thing. And 7 apples. What do you got? 13 apples squared? No. It's 13. It's just like adding anything else up. It's like adding a fruit, right? 6 apples, 7 apples, 13 apples. 6p, 7p, 13p. Now, there is a time when we make things squared. So, I mean, there's a good reason you're thinking that. Let me remind you where. Where? Does anybody know? When do you make it squared? There is a time. When you're multiplying. Yeah, and we'll get to that probably next week. Yeah, if you're multiplying, that'd be 42p squared. That's when you, because there really are 2 p's there.
Yeah.
In that case, when you're timesing them. So when you multiply is when you add powers. But when you just add or subtract like terms, you don't. You just leave the p as plain p. Just add the numbers. Yeah. Okay, so m plus 7m plus 3m minus 5. Let me make it a little. Can you see that okay? Make it a little bigger. M 7m plus 3m minus 5. Okay. So what's the deal with this?
Put the m's together.
Yeah. What number is in front here?
1.
Yeah, there's an invisible, understood 1 really there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So 1m and 7m and 3m, 11m. And that's it. That's all they want us to do. I can't subtract the 11m and the 5 because they're unlike terms, huh? So this is all about like terms. If they have the same letter, you add them up. Okay, you combine them. Okay, so number 4, minus 10x squared. Let me make it a little bigger. Minus 10x squared minus 9x squared plus 6x squared. So try that one. Give you a second. So those are like terms. So we're just going to add them all up, and it's going to be x squared, isn't it? Minus 10, minus 9, what's that? Minus 19, plus 6, what's that? Minus 13, x squared. Did you do that right? Yeah. That good? We're just adding and subtracting. Is that too quick? Just think about money. If you lose $10 and you lose $9, you lost $19. But then you gain back 6. You with me? You lost 13. Guys, we can't have talking among ourselves. I'll need to move you or something. Because the people around you need to be able to hear me well and not be distracted. They're paying money to hear me. So please don't do that. So minus 13x squared. Does that make sense? On that, so we just, the loss and the loss is a big old loss, and then add. So if you lose $10 and lose $9, you lost 19 and add 6, minus 13. You're down 13. Is that good? And the x squared is just the like term. They're all just x squared. All right, so let's do that. So go ahead and crank that out. Take that 4. It's going to go boom, boom, and then combine what you can after that. So it only goes through the stuff in the parentheses. And so we get 4x plus 12 plus 20. We good so far? The 4 goes to the x and goes to the 3. And that's 4x plus 32. And we're done. That good? Easy. Oops. Okay, so there's number 8. Try that one. So combine whatever like terms you can combine on that. So feel free to check with those around you on these ones we're working on. Feel free to compare and contrast. See if you get the same thing.
X plus 14.
Yeah.
So this becomes minus 6. Plus 22. So 12x minus.
So the 3
is 1x.
goes boom, boom.
And then plus 22 less.
12x minus 6, boom, boom.
Positive 4.
Minus 11x plus 22.
X plus 14.
How are we doing? Is this making sense so far? Like that? And then we combine. I can make that a little bigger. Make that a little bigger. Well, here, I'll leave it that way. So, here, 12x minus 6 minus 11x plus 22. Does everybody see why that's a plus 22? Right, because it's a minus 11 times a minus 2. Two negatives make a positive. Right? Okay, so now what do we do? Combine like terms. 12x minus 11. So we do the x stuff with the x stuff and the plain numbers with the plain numbers, right? So 12x minus 11x. 1x or just x. Right, these two. And then the other two. Minus 6 plus 22. You can use a calculator if you want. It's just 22 minus 6. Is that 14? Positive 14. And we're done.
It's 16.
Oh, right. I was testing you. Good job.
Calculator's always right.
It's always right. And Mr. Heron is sometimes right. Yes. Good. Questions on that one?
You know what? Thank you.
Manuel, were you thinking it was 14? I think you're the one that led me astray. I guess what happened.
That's all right.
We good there? Questions on that one?
My mother had a
Okay, so we have 5k minus parenthesis 2k minus 5. Okay. So, give that one a try. What do we do with that minus in front of the parenthesis there? It's going to distribute, right? Like anything in front. It's like a negative 1. It's going to distribute, right? Yeah.
So we minus.
Right. So,
No. Oh, yeah.
it is. Because that negative is on the
Hey, what about the 5? So we become 25k?
Yeah, but it's negative. That negative goes to
Because it's minus.
So that's a -1 up against the parenthesis there, huh? Right here, right? It's -1. That good? Boom, boom.
Don't get crazy multiplying.
So 5K minus 2K plus 5. Did everybody get the plus 5 there? See why it's plus 5? Because that minus is going with it, huh? 2 minuses make plus. You with me on that?
Yes.
Whatever's in front of a parenthesis is distributing, including its sign. Everybody good with that? So whatever sign is in front of a number, it takes it with it wherever it goes. Right? So the two negatives make positive. And then 5K minus 2K, 3K? 3K. Plus 5. We good? Questions on that one? Okay, so what number? Oh.
So I have to raise these.
Okay, there's. All right, let's try that. So distribute that 6 through.
Plus, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait, you made me double think now.
So 6 is going to multiply both of them, right?
Hey, Tip, so what just multiplied? Positive times negative? Good.
Good, good.
And then I just connect.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And then we do
Not quite. Close. You can use a calculator too. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're good. You're totally good.
Oh, you told me I never had what?
Hey, did you lose the C?
Hey,
No,
but so what happened again?
I think I messed you up and you forgot the C.
Yeah.
Where's the C go? Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, I got it wrong because I have the C. I have the other C.
All right, we good?
Yeah, you have it there. Because, remember? 6 times
So that 6 is going to go boom, boom.
is 54, and then you add a negative.
Like that.
So it's 40.
Everybody good there? Positive times negative, they're both negative. Okay, and now where do we go from here? 5 minus 50. They're going to subtract. What's that? Minus 4. You could put that in the front or the back. Let me write it both ways. Or, whoops, we'll do that. Either way. Yeah, good question. Is everybody good with that? That'll be important in 2 weeks from today when we take our multiple choice test, right? What if you have this answer and they have that? Same thing, grab it. The order doesn't matter. You aware of that? Order of terms does not matter. What matters is that they have the sign in front. Just take that with them wherever they go, and the order doesn't matter. What matters is signs in front, not order. So any order is fine, as long as it's got the sign in the front that it should have on it. All right. Let's try that one. Can you read that here? Let me make it a little bigger up here. 20 minus 5, 4x plus 3y. Hey, could I just go 20 minus 5 is 15? Why not? Because parentheses are first, huh? Order of operations, right? Remember, adding, subtracting is last. That's the main thing to remember from the PEMDAS. Adding, subtracting is last. Yeah, good. So that minus 5 goes boom, boom. Now remember, that minus is going to go with that 5 wherever he may go. Right? That making sense? See, those signs that are in front of a number, they always go with it. So when you got 20, and then the minus 5 times the plus 4 is minus 20x, and then the minus 5 times the plus 3 is minus 15. And we're done. Is that good? You take that minus with you wherever it goes. Is that good?
Yeah.
Don't forget the minus. A lot of people forget the minuses there. It's like your baby. That's usually down to me. You take your baby with you wherever you go. We have 5 children. By the time we got to the 5th, I thought, I got this figured out. I know how this works. And I remember when we had, that was years ago, Abigail, our 5th, and we came home I pick up my wife, come home from the hospital, and we'd always stop for lunch before we go home to the wild group. So we stopped for lunch with Abigail, on the way home from the hospital, and my wife. Stop for lunch, jump out of the van, start to go into the restaurant. At least I do. My wife looks over at me and goes, should we take Abby in or just leave her in the car? Oh, yeah, Abby. So you take your baby with you wherever you go. Those minus signs that are on something, that's their baby. Take that with them wherever they go. All right, we'll wrap up with this one. Number 13. Number 13 here. Okay, so take that 1/3 and distribute, boom, boom, through there. And then the minus sign is going to distribute to the other two. All right, so with these fractions, hold on just a second. Let me finish this one up, and then I'll do roll, and we'll be out of here. So that fraction needs to go to both of those, right? So let me just write it out real thoroughly. So the 1/3 goes there, the 1/3 goes there, and then this is a minus 1, boom, boom, minus r plus 8. Everybody get that? So you see what I'm doing? Anything in front of a parenthesis distributes, like passes itself out to everybody. Like I'm going to do with the test in 2 weeks, right? That 1/3 goes boom and boom. Right there, in front of the 6R, in front of the 12. Right? Good first step. And then same thing here. This minus 1 hits the R, hits the minus 8, makes it plus 8. Okay, now, how do I deal with 1/3 times 6R? Fraction interacting with a whole number? Put it over 1. Make it look like a fraction, huh? Then 3 goes into 6, 2 times 2R. Same thing here. Put it over 1. 3 goes into 12, 4 times. Good to there? That makes sense. And then 2R minus 1R. 1R, just R. 4 and 8. 12. There it is.